Check, check, check. What is up, guys? We're gonna be. Man, it's so like. I was gonna say we're gonna be playback trading. No, we're trading live today. We have 375 in the account now. I mean, we're not doing too bad. Could be a lot worse. We had like 560 in the account. I mean, come on, it's not too bad. I've been studying a lot lately on this stuff. So we'll see. We'll see if we got it or not. It's very so the most difficult thing about this whole thing, this whole strategy, scuff trading, our strategy that we've created, the hardest thing about it is so it works about, I would say, 85% of the time. Like that's a good amount to be successful on. Like if you could take every trade 85%, like you're successful. Especially due to the fact of your risk reward. The risk reward is pretty good, I think. But yeah. So let's say you take 5 trades, one of them's gonna be a loser. Yeah, which is not too bad, right? So okay. It is their first opportunity, but it's become a little bit too big. No. A little bit too big of a push. The thing is, has this become an overall downtrend? Because if so, there should be a buy. There's really nothing there to indicate that. Alright. That might have just turned into a spike. Since it's with the FOMO with the overall trend, but let's see. We just needed to test those lows again, or just come back, test the low of that bar, that big old bar. Let's go. Alright, so you had a swing high, first entry, second entry. Overall trend is up, so you go for non-obvious sell. One ticker, good thing we didn't go for that. That would have been snapped out. With the non-obvious, this is your signal bar. Our scalps look like a pretty decent size today. As you saw, like our stops were pretty much in these highs, and the scalps are pretty big. So I think it's not too volatile. I don't think it's rollover yet, so I guess it's just slow market. But yeah, that was a really good sell. As you can see, keeps pushing down. Yeah, good trade, good trade. There's a couple things here. You have a level of resistance, but it's a whip-to-do high. You have a high there, then it just pushes lower, and that's not valid at all, especially since it's a strong trending day. And you got a little bit something here, but if you take a look at the minute chart, it's absolutely nothing. It's just 2 bars there. So no level of resistance, just overall trend is up. Go for the sell at a non-obvious, and you wouldn't do a obvious because it's been sitting up in these highs for a while. If it was just there and then like 4 bars down, and your second entry was just 4 bars in, then like if the second entry was this bar right here, then I would say that's a 1 ticker. And as you can see, like it pushed up and then pushed down. But it's the fact there's so many bars in there. It's your first opportunity. In your first opportunity, so be it non-obvious. Yeah, so strong push down. Looks like we're getting some falling congestion here, but we usually don't take the falling congestion on an uptrend. Yeah, we usually don't do that. We usually, when we take falling congestion, it'll be in a downtrend, or in this case, on an uptrend, it'll be a rising congestion. I don't see much here. Maybe a little. I think something like this. Yeah. Take a look at the minute chart. All those overlapping bars, that would be rising congestion. We don't really do falling congestion on uptrends, so we probably won't take that as a falling congestion. Well, we really haven't tried it. We might try it on a sim if a trade comes up, but most likely not, since your left side is way over here. Do have a new swing low for Sentry. I think treating this as an overall downtrend is the best thing because you have these lows and it just keeps pushing lower. Here's our second entry. But now we got a strong push in the overall direction, so I think that's going to create a lot of overall trend, a lot of FOMO, but it's just an overall trend up, so we want to go for a sell here. Huge push in that direction, so I think I'm going to sell here, but I don't think we'll get in the trade. Let's give it a shot. So there's a lot of it's also staircase highs, so there's the two things outweighing each other. It's only 3 staircases. If it was a bigger staircase, maybe I'd like it a little bit more. Oh, what's going on? Why can't I? Hello? There it is. Hasn't. We haven't passed up that. Oh yeah. Only thing I'm worried about is whether or not that's staircase highs. Yeah. We'll say those are staircase highs. Come on, one tick away. Spikes in that direction does cause FOMO, but we usually treat them as overall uptrends and not spikes. But if we can take that and treat it as FOMO, so that would give us 3 reasons to buy. So good trade. Swing low first entry, second entry. Let's see if it keeps pushing up, or did we get super lucky with that one? I think that was a pretty good one, just due to the fact that it consolidated here, and what we wanted to happen actually already happened. So if we would selling, it only came down 1, 2, 3 ticks down before reversing. I think that was a pretty good trade. So essentially 3 things kind of backing up. The third one's a little iffy on that, but the 2 things for sure. You have a spike with the overall yeah, you have a spike with a 2-legged correction, or a correction in there, and so people are not suspecting another correction after a huge move like that, because they already had one in there, especially from that low. Then you have these staircase highs, which I was hesitant at first, but there was no reason to say it wasn't staircase highs. At first I was gonna think that it was too little of staircase, but there's no such thing. If you have staircase highs, just let it be staircase highs, especially in here. Since you have an all-time high in the day and a couple lows below that, you can definitely suspect some people trying to pick the tops and having their stops up here or here or here. So that becomes staircase highs. And then the third thing, which is overall trend is up. We know that if we get spike with the overall trend, it creates a lot more FOMO. People assume the market's gonna move in that direction, but we usually trade that as an overall uptrend and not a spike. But we do know that there's FOMO in there, so we can kind of use that third thing to back it up. But yeah, nonetheless, it was a pretty good trade. Yeah. Very good trade. I see the market keeps pushing up, so definitely no selling there. That's good. And we entered that on a one ticker, if it wasn't clear, just because it's a spike with FOMO. Yep, staircase size. Let's try to get one more going. One more good trade. It's mama.
Okay. Go. I do go.
Yeah.
I
Oh my god, just fix the That's a perfect baby right there. That's why we do this thing. Man, how beautiful is that? To make money right here for $2. I'd have my kid right next to me. That's why I want to be a day trader, man. Just add 1 0 to that 15 and we got ourselves a good life. I think we're hurting a good life, man. Like, this just, I'm just walking up some steps, you know? Sitting up at the top of the mountain. The journey up there is just as good. You see a lot of beautiful things on the way up. Because if you're sitting at the top already, you miss a lot of the journey on the way up. A lot of the beautiful things, the animals on the way up. Because once you're up there, you only have one view. I think the only thing that makes that view significantly greater is the journey up. I remember we went to Forest Preserve, about an hour, 2 hours away from here, I think it was. And so, Starved Rock, Forest Preserve, Starved Rock. And we had to climb these massive stairs up to the top of this mountain. And man, my legs gave out. Nate climbed the whole thing by himself. I had Stella, I was carrying Stella, and man, oof. Everybody's legs were dead. I'm surprised Nate made it. But man, that journey up there was like worth it. Like, imagine we just climbed 5 steps, that we would not think twice about getting up there. Or think twice about what it's like to be up there. But when we were up there, man, it was a beautiful sight. And we talked more about the journey than actually being up there. So, whether we win or lose this next trade is a journey. And we're never going to give up. Because we're almost at the top. Even though top's not the goal, it's just having fun on the way up, I think. I'm Gary V, by the way. No, I'm just thinking out loud. Alright, the thing I'm worried about here is if these highs were actually strong, but I don't think it was. Thank you, Chacho. I don't think it was, but if it was, then that's gonna cause a pretty big problem. But let's go ahead and see, because that would mean this is a spike here with a 2-legged correction. But if these highs are not any significance, and this should be a sell as well. But if these highs did actually play a significance, as in 1, 2, 3, 4 tests, and we broke out of there, then that would be a spike. So determining whether or not that's valid. I think we gotta switch charts actually. Yeah, we gotta switch charts. Alright. Yeah. Alright,
Did you touch this?
so alright, let's see. The reason we had to switch was because this guy never broke lower. What happened? What did you touch? Emulsion? Hmm. Okay, might get entered here. I kind of like the one ticker here. Just due to the fact we can't break below these lows. But if it keeps pushing down, we're gonna have to do a non-obvious, and it looks like a non-obvious. Yep. Could be an overall downtrend. That's something else to consider. Oh, we might have staircase lows. Yeah, I think these are pretty good staircase lows. We'll see. Unless we keep pushing up here. Oh. I just want to take down. Nope, leave that where it is. I don't think we're in those staircase lows quite yet. If it pushes below like this level right here, we're gonna have to get out of the trade, because what we wanted to happen was has already happened. Okay, in the trade. Let's see. Drink a cup of coffee. Oh, to the tick. To the tick. Rude. Oh man. That's rude. That is rude. Huh? Yeah. Stock market is rude. Uh, yeah, I'll explain it a bit. I'm just gonna see if it's gonna make up for its rudeness or it's just gonna be rude. There's a chance. There's a chance. Looks like it's gonna be rude. Yep. It came to where exactly I wanted it to go, but it didn't fill our order because too many people did the same thing. looks like we're gonna be sitting here for a while, boys. So it looks like buy there was the best play. It's unfortunate because we exactly what we wanted to happen happened, but we just didn't get filled for whatever reason. Was it slippage? Let's see. No, I think we got filled exactly where we wanted. Was it a question of bars? Let's see. No, this guy's the exact same thing. Got a swing high first entry, second entry. Alright, so I think that might have been the 15% because we didn't break below here. Overall trend is up. Going for the sell there is the best thing to do. Non-obvious. If our scalp was one tick higher, we would have got filled. But it came to our stop. To the tick, man. To the tick. Nonetheless, we got a brand new swing low. I'm still trying to figure out how we got stopped out there. It just stopped us out by 3 ticks. 3 ticks? That was extremely rude. Swing high first entry, second entry. Can't figure that one out. Unless it was an overall downtrend. There's no level of resistance here on the minute chart, so I don't know, boys. Tested that high again. Oh, you know what? This was a significant high. These are significant highs. So one, two, three, 1, 2, 3. Huge massive spike out of there. I don't think this one's a significant high. Just due to the fact that we only tested it once, twice, 3 times. This one's 1. We sat here for a while, then test again. Here we only got maybe 3 tests, 3 highs there. I'm gonna go ahead and call this an overall uptrend. If we get stopped out here, we're stopping for the day because put us in the negative. That'd be 3 losses. 2 losses. 3 losses. So, bye. 2 losses. Come on, whoop-de-doo high. Whoop-de-doo high. Whoop-de-doo high. Nope. Slippage as well. Two ticks, 1 tick. Alright, if we can step down here, something we have to consider about this day. If it comes here and pushes right back up, I'm gonna be angry. No, I'm actually gonna be a lot more like happier, just due to the fact that, like, hey, at least we were right. Just got slippage, you know. I would have came to our tick again if we got filled to the spot. Filled where we wanted to at least. Oh boy. Oh no. No, I think we're good. We're good. They went to go look at a new house today, so it'd be nice to be able to afford rent there and help them if I get this. All right, cool. 1150. So that's one loss and we break even. Let's keep going. Let's try to get 20. That'll be the 19. Get to 19. Let's do 2 more winners. No, let's just win 2 more times. Just click heads. So, hey. So, hey. So it looks like these were a little bit more of a bigger high. Or this is part of the 50% that we just get stepped out on because our scalp size, a lot of it has to do with scalp size. Can't figure this one out. Alright, I don't got a good feeling about this one, but we'll see what happens. Just due to the fact the first entry's really close to that high. Come on. Okay, at least we're in the trade. If we get stepped out here, we're done. We'll be break even, and I'm okay with that. But taxes and fees, of course. If we get this, man, we got something on our hands, boys. Okay. Hello? Hello? Wait, what are you doing? No, wrong direction. You're going the wrong way. Wrong way, wrong way. Is it because we switched? 50 cents. How are we at 50 cents? That doesn't make sense. This might be a tick thing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be this bar. 1, 2. This is matching up too close, so I think it's just due to the fact that we had that unfortunate high there. Okay, new row. When we're on a lower tick chart, we gotta watch those. That's gotta be a double top for sure. We have to treat that as a double top because no one sees that as a first entry. Yeah, that should have been a good 1 ticker sell. But we got a swing high first entry there. To match up with that, there's no entry there, to be honest. Actually, I think we might flip back to this, maybe? No. We'll stick to here. There's a couple more entries. But swing high first entry side. It was just unfortunate that we had an actual entry there. Where we shouldn't have had an entry. Because if there's no actual entry there, then that was actually a good trade. If this was an actual like first entry, clear first entry, second entry. So I think we lost this one just due to the fact of these highs being just a tad bit too close to each other. Especially we're on a lower tick chart. Because not everybody sees that second entry there. So not everyone's taking a position. So people just scalping out. So everybody's buying. Yeah. Alright, so rule of thumb, when you're on a lower tick chart, and the market's slow, and the mini chart doesn't show that second entry, and you get a nasty looking, ugly looking first entry that looks like that way too close to the highs, just take it as a double top. That way you don't take a position you shouldn't have taken. Yeah, we'll go for maybe 1, 2, or 3 more. We'll go for 3 more. Uh-oh. I think our tick chart might have messed this up here, boys. Yeah, I messed this up. Dang. It's one big move, but it looked like a two-legged correction on our tick chart. Dang. Okay, that's fine. GG, boys. We should probably skip out earlier. There's always a slight hope, right? Nah. Alright, negative 11. Do we keep going? So yeah, it was just one big move. You take a look at the minute chart. It's just one massive move into staircases, but not real staircase. So the buy there is the best thing. It's not real staircase because Oslo's there. It could be real staircase, but it's the fact it's such a huge move with no correction. The reason I was not able to focus too much on that trade was this. About 20 stock of United Airlines. Okay, this trade should hypothetically work out. Got two things going for us here. Huge move down now has a two-legged correction. Overall trend is up because it's a spike with the overall trend. Creates a lot more FOMO, so you treat that as an overall uptrend. So those were two things. I'd be shocked if this doesn't work out. These no staircase highs or anything there. So this is textbook. Let's see. Doesn't matter if or not. Can we place our order? Butterfly, yeah. Okay, here we go. Some shroud quick in here. Oh boy, I don't like this. Okay. Alright, there's two things that could go wrong here. Scalp size or overall downtrend. Those are the only two things against us right now. Which is just technically now it's got a lot more FOMO, but still trading as overall uptrend because no indication of FOMO there besides a big move. Oops, it looks like it might have been too early. Okay. Slippage. Per usual.